Hey guys, Aspen Wolfie here. I thought I would just give a little care guide for sunbeams. I don't know if you can see his colors all that well. I tried getting in the sun, but it's not working very well. But yeah, like you seriously cannot see his colors like at all. Trying to get you a good angle. Hopefully you guys could see his colors, but if you're watching this, you probably know what a sunbeam is because you're interested in getting one. Sorry, I'll try keeping him in frame. He does not like the sunlight, by the way, so I don't take him out during the day. I just thought, yeah. And sorry for those bugs, by the way. I don't know why they're going crazy, but yeah. So I thought I would take him out today just so you kind of see his colors a little bit in the sunlight as I'm doing this video. So yeah, he loves to explore. So the initial care before I get into behavior is it's pretty simple care actually, and you can't find a lot of care sheets online because when I was looking for a care sheet I couldn't find really any. So that's another reason I'm making this video. So I will insert some pictures of my setup for him, but yeah, he's trying to get in my shirt. He does not like the sunlight. I do recommend not taking them outside during the day because they hate sunlight. Yeah, he's having trouble. Hi. I don't know why, but snakes cannot crawl on my skin very well. Like, all my snakes have this issue, not just him. So I recommend getting a plastic tub for them because they need such high humidity. Oh, there he goes into my shirt. They need such high humidity because their humidity levels should be between 80 and 100. I keep his at 99. So as you'll see with my tub, I have clamps on the side of it because they are very strong snakes as well. Like, he's almost as strong as a constrictor, which is a python, a boa, stuff like that. Yeah, he's like gone. Yeah. So, and my tub is not a decent tub, you know, like the lid of it does not stay on very well. So I was worried about him getting out, so I just put clips on mine. Like, it looks like I'm pregnant. He's trying to burrow into my belly button. Hi. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, they're very wiggly. I'll try to get him back out so you can see him a little bit. Yeah, there he is. He's looped through my shirt a lot. So sorry, I am not very good at this. So get like a tub. Dude, stop. My God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So just get a tub. I drilled holes in mine for air circulation, but I only drilled about 8 holes because since his humidity needs to be so high, I didn't want a lot of airflow. So just drill a couple holes, and jungle mix substrate is what I'm using. I got a 24 quart bag. Sorry, he's like really wiggly and wriggly. I got a 24 quart bag of jungle mix. It's sphagnum moss mixed with, I think, another kind of moss, but I can't remember the name of it. And I use the entire thing in my tub since I have a pretty big tub, since these snakes do get about 3 feet long, so they need a lot of room to crawl around. And another thing about their tub, as you'll probably saw in my tub earlier, I only had a water bowl in his tub because all they do is burrow. They stay underground most of the time. So they don't need plants or hides or anything like that. I used to have a hide in there, but he never used it, and it was just a hassle to deal with when I had to feed him or get him out. So yeah. I'm sorry, like, yeah, there's a road right next to me. So I just put a big water bowl in there. As from what I've seen, he has not even used the water bowl at all. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for care and husbandry. Mine is oddly social, so he actually likes to be held, not out in the daylight. I take him outside at night. Yeah, he's like disappearing. When it's nighttime, so it's dark, not bright, I take him outside and I walk around my driveway and stuff. Yeah, there's a broken air conditioner right next to me. I'm sorry about that. Rude. So, yeah, he just likes when I keep him in the dark. So I also recommend putting their tub somewhere where it's not super bright. Mine is next to a window because that's where I have my rack, but I make sure to keep the blind or curtains, yes, that's what I'm looking for, curtains closed, like near his tank. So that's it for husbandry. So I have to tell you about their attitudes because they are vastly different between snakes. So, because before I chose him, I actually held about 4 other Sunbeams. Yeah, don't go in my shirt, please. My God. Okay, fine. You're not happy. He hates the sunlight. So, yeah. Hi, yeah, okay. Just go back in my shirt. There you go. It's over there. It's over here. There you go. Okay, there you go. Now that I have him in my shirt, he should calm down. So, their attitudes. So, most of them are imports. They are not captive bred. Very rarely will you find a captive bred Sunbeam. Okay. So, when, oh, that felt weird. Okay, I'm sorry. He hit my, like, tickle spot. Okay, he's like going completely in my shirt. Okay, so I would recommend holding a bunch of them first because when I held some, they were vastly different. Some of them were like okay with being held, but they would stiffen all the time, like kind of jump away from you, like they were scared. And you don't really want a snake like that, or personally I don't. You could keep working with it, obviously, but it just, yeah, you know, you don't want a snake that doesn't trust you or anything. They're not, like, mean at all. Oh my God. I swear, like, earlier before I was filming, it was, like, deathly quiet here. And now I'm filming, and everybody decides to come out. So, he's going in my pocket. So I would recommend holding them so that you know if you are going to get a skittish one that you have to kind of work a lot with it, or there are some that just flat out don't like being held, you know. Like some of them that I would hold, he is like entirely in my pocket. Okay, some of them that I would hold would just keep crawling away from me, like not wanting to be near me at all. And of course, again, you could work with that snake and get it to trust you, but if you're not a person who likes to sit there constantly like this, trying to keep your snake like at you and not crawling away or falling on the ground, depending on where you're holding it, then yeah, don't get one of those snakes. But then I held him and he was very calm. You know, he just kind of let me hold him. Again, he kind of crawled a little bit, but any snake you hold is going to crawl. It's not just going to sit there. But, you know, I like docile snakes. So, when I saw him and held him, I was like, this is the one I want. This one is perfect. So yeah, and he's very social, which even for the rest of the Sunbeam snakes, it's very uncommon for him to be social. I'll have to show you him in my pocket. I left my phone inside, so I can't take a picture. But yeah. So I recommend holding a whole bunch before you choose one, not just looking at it and being like, that's what I want. And if you find one online for some reason, if you're fine with any of the aspects I said, like a skittish snake that'll stiffen when you touch it, or be crawling all the time, or you could even get an off chance one where they're really chill and just kind of like to hang about, you could, buy it offline. But I recommend waiting until there is an expo near you, and then going to that expo and holding a whole bunch of them and seeing how they are, and so yes, that is it with attitude. And then one important factor I have to tell you is they do not get scale rot, okay? So if you get your snake and it looks like it has scale rot, it is not scale rot. Which I'm saying that because they get these blisters on their stomach from stress, and it looks exactly like scale rot. And so many Sunbeam owners before have had their Sunbeam have those blisters and think, oh, it has scale rot, I need to dry it out and get rid of the scale rot, like you would do for any other snake. But if a Sunbeam is dried out, like you put it in a quarantine tub with just paper towels, a hide, and maybe a rock or branch or something, they will die. If they don't have the proper humidity for, you can get them out of the proper humidity for a little bit, but if you put them in there for a long time, like when trying to get rid of scale rot, they will die. So if you ever see those blisters on your snake, it is just because they are stressed and, not comfortable. So I recommend getting them a proper enclosure, like what I showed you, and the blisters will go away in a short amount of time. Because my Sunbeam, when I got him, his belly was like half orange from all these blisters on him. And I've only had him for 3.5 weeks. Actually, not even that, maybe 3 weeks. And after a week of me having him in his proper enclosure and not handling him, those blisters went away and they have not been back since. And I only handle him about once or twice a week. So yeah, they're not like ball pythons or something that you can take out all the time. So yes, and I can't remember if I said this, but to get him out, I use a snake hook. Like, I'll just bury it down in the substrate and, scoop him out. Because, of course, they're not going to come out and there's not like a hide you can lift up. I don't recommend digging for them because that can stress them out, for one, because and then also they might think you're food, because that is how they hunt, vibrations on the substrate. So they'll probably end up biting you, or if you grab too close to their head and they feel threatened, yeah, they might bite you. My Sunbeam personally has never strucken at me or anything, so sorry, there's like ants crawling on me for some reason. My Sunbeam has never stricken at me, opened his mouth, anything. So yeah, he is just having a good old time in my pocket. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Sunbeam care guide. Their attitudes are pretty vast, but they can be dumbed down to 3 categories. And their enclosure and husbandry is very easy to get a hold of. Go to Walmart, Target, Lowe's, get a tub, and you're set. And go to your local pet store or go online and find some jungle mix, because that doesn't mold, because obviously it has to be wet. I recommend pre-wetting it, like getting a pitcher of water and wetting it and mixing it up, and that is ideal for them. So yeah, I hope this helped some of you if you are planning on getting a Sunbeam, or if you just wanted to know, oh, would a Sunbeam be a cool snake to have? Because they are beautiful snakes. There you go. I hope, yeah, again, I hope this helped anybody. I'm horrible at these, but I was like, you know, I found barely any care guides online. Well, not very thorough care guides. And it's easier sometimes to watch a video with pictures than just reading and being like, okay. So, yes, I hope all of you have a great day. But real quick, I'm going to show you him in my pocket. So, he's like right here in my pocket. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's bright. Okay. Since I look like an angel now, I hope all of you have a fantastic day.